Welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be looking at VeChain. Before we jump into the price action, just want to say thank you for watching. If you are enjoying the content, please smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description you'll find links to Discord, come check it out, it's free to join. Okay, so let's get into the fun stuff here. So what we were looking at previously, basically within the structure, was that possibility of looking for this as an A or wave 1, looking for 2, and then looking for this as a C wave to the upside. There are a couple of ways of reading this, and we're going to go over a couple of the macro options quickly. So the alternative thing we need to just be aware of here is, we could still be looking for continuation to the downside, looking for this C wave potentially towards this zone here of this 0.0769 would be the one-to-one of this as an a B as a flat correction here, and looking for a C wave to the downside. So this is still on the cards. One-to-one of the W wave is also down here at the 0.1266 region. So we need to just be careful with this move. If it fails to develop impulsively to the upside, it could indicate that we have another leg to the downside here. We're basically we would be looking at this as an A, this potentially as a B wave, and then looking for continuation to the downside. So looking for these lower targets here. The alternative way that we can look at this is that potentially we're within a triangle. So we discussed this in the previous video, and what I was looking out for was the potential that we could be in this E wave here. So this is still possible. The structure isn't great though, to be honest with you. It is possible that we could still be within a 5 wave move to the upside here, something like this. But basically what we'd want to see is this continue to develop to the upside here, and look to continue up, because there's basically all we have is a 3 wave move up here currently. We don't have extra confirmation, and what I would want to see ideally would be this develop into a zigzag to the upside, something like this. It can be a triangle, which is something I'm also just keeping an eye on here for as long as we actually stay between this range of this 25.30 and this low here of this 21.43. Just keeping an eye out that we don't form a triangle within this where, potentially this is A, B. The problem is we would have come up higher here. So yeah, I mean, as a triangle, it's not great. We'll have to just keep an eye out. If it does look to form another 3 wave move to the downside here, but stay above this low, this could potentially be a B wave triangle where actually, instead of looking at this in the way that I'm looking at it as a B wave, the whole move, that this is A, and then this would become A of the triangle, B, C, D, and E, and then we'd look to break up. So this is something still keeping an eye on. Basically, looking for this 0.65 to this 0.0618 area, which would be up here towards this 0.2665 region to this 2.709. So what we need to be careful of here is, this could still be part of a bigger corrective structure where this is A, B, and then we're going to see one more move back down, potentially into this trend line here. If we did see something like that, what we'd be looking at as the potential support zone coming in here would be somewhere around this zone of this 2216 to this 2054. Losing this 2054 would make it less likely that we're going to see continuation here. And then, potentially what we could actually see here is this move set a lower low than this area here of this 1938. And if we do that, what we need to be cautious of is there is that potential of a bigger count to the downside, where we're looking for a 3 wave move down, which would be something like this. And we'd be looking to potentially come down, not past this 1473, but down towards this zone. So for as long as we stay up within this area, we need to just be cautious that one-to-one would bring us down into this area here. Couldn't be, yeah, so basically towards this 1504 region. So what we'd be looking out for is the fact that within this structure here, we could have a bigger move where this is an A wave, this becomes a B, and then we get a C wave to the downside. We could move up again. Like I said, that one-to-one of this first wave that we discussed here is higher. The triangle, the one-to-one would be up here towards this zone of 02809. So still keeping an eye on this. It can develop up here, so we need to just be aware of that fact. If we do start to break down, we could be looking for that new low to come in. And it's going to be important if we are looking at this structure as a bigger 5 wave move. What we need to do is basically hold this zone of this 1802. If we start to lose this 1802, it becomes less likely that we have continuation here, and the C wave target we were talking about towards the 04089 starts to become less likely. So we could be within a breakout here where we're actually looking to continue and progress up here. And basically this would be looking at this move in this manner. Let me just delete this. So we're talking about that possibility that we could have had a WXY into here and that we could start to actually move away from this zone and look to progress up here in a bigger impulsive way, looking for potentially this 2799 as a ABC. So if this was to become A, B, and then just looking for that C wave, or alternatively a third wave if we move up towards this 03298 region. So there is that potential to actually see this bigger push up into these zones, but we don't have that confirmation yet, so we just need to be a little bit cautious, wait for the confirmation and good structure within this. So the way I'm looking at this current move to the upside is basically looking at this move in this manner where we were initially, when we last had the video, we obviously didn't have all the details. So we only had this information up to this point. And we're talking about that potential of progressing up here, potentially towards this 2453 to this 2410. Obviously, the structure has changed. We did move up into this zone, but, the structure on how we did it has changed. So the best way I can look at this move is potentially that we have actually this as a 1 and a 2, and then we're looking for confirmation of a move up towards this 2670 region. And basically what I'd be looking for within this is that we've set up another 1-2 within here. And if I come down into the smaller time frames, you can actually see it a bit clearer. Looking at this move basically as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 5, 4, 3, 4, and then looking at this as a fifth wave to the upside here. Um, Actually, I've miscounted that. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to the upside here. So if this is the case, we should be looking out for a three-wave move down. So what I want to see is if we get a three-wave move to the downside here, which finds support towards this zone of this 2366 to this 2293. As long as we stay above this 2293 and above this 2240, we can look for this potential to have an additional leg to the upside here, looking for this target of this 2790. So if we do extend out like this, basically it would push this third wave up into this position up here towards this 2865 to this, sorry, it's 2837 to this 2912, but we don't have that confirmation yet. So this is the typical target of this as a wave 1, 2. Then obviously we've got this internal count here where this becomes 1 and possibly a 2 here. And then we look for this move to push to the upside. It is always possible that within the structure, it is also extending out here. So we need to just, be aware of that fact. We're only working with the count, with the information we have available. For instance, if this does something like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here, we come back down in a three-wave move, something like this, and hold this low. Potentially this can look to extend out again, where this potentially would then become 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then actually now we get a bigger third wave, which would start gapping to the upside. So this is what we always need to be aware of within this structure. The thing that I'm being just a little bit cautious of with this is if we measure this first move here, so from here to here, basically we've come up and we've hit this one-to-one bang on the head here. So I'm just being a little bit cautious that within this move, this isn't a B wave here where this is, an A. This becomes a B, and then we actually have a bigger, C wave still to come to the downside. So that's why I say this lower range here is going to be quite an interesting one towards that channel line. If we do get continuation, just get this onto this high point, down into this low. Come on, there we go. So if we do actually start to break down here, this is going to be a zone I'm looking for, this 02118. And basically what I would be looking for here is that, with these areas that we talked about here, this support zone here of this 2293 to this 2366, that area not holding, losing this trend line here, this 2240, and then losing this lower line here as well. If we do actually start to lose these, basically then, this would be that next target that I'm looking for. And that would be that would be for as long as we manage to hold above this this 205 uh, 02054. If we start to lose that lower range here, basically it becomes less likely we're going to see continuation up here, and we'd have to be careful that, like I said, this could be an A wave, a B wave, and then actually what that could be looking for is pushing us deeper down here and actually looking to take out this low of this 01533. So as long as we hold these key support zones and continue to set these higher lows, we find support here where we get a direct push up into the zone here of the 0267. Basically we can look for continuation here. If we do move up, I will be looking out for this area here of this 2799 for a reaction, potentially coming into this zone here of this previous structure would be quite an interesting zone for potential turnaround. But really, if we want to say that we've got a bigger impulsive structure here, this would be looking for this 03298. So it's got a long way to go. It is starting to form good structure here that could look to extend out. So we're going to have to just keep an eye on it. What we'll also need to see if we do get a push up towards this zone here of this 2790, if this is extending out, is there is also potential other ways we can count these internal legs here. And what we could do is we can count this as a 1 and a 2, potentially another 1 and a 2 here, and then basically we'd be looking at a much bigger structure to the upside. So I'm counting it like this currently just because the subwaves do fit. But really, we need to be careful because this could just be A, B, and C, and then that's a completed corrective move up, and then we're looking to actually break down here. So there's a little bit to think about here. Key support zones are going to have to hold. We don't really want to see a move back down below this 2293 region. Losing that zone is going to be indicating, that potentially we could be coming down into this lower support zone again, this 2216 to this 2054. However, if we start to lose that zone again, this 2054, I would be very cautious about, the fact that we could actually start to move down lower here and start to take out some of these key areas. Losing this low here would invalidate that possibility of a 1-2 setup and the bullish structure that we have. And then, finally it's going to be this lower range here. If we start to lose this 1802, yeah, it becomes very stretched to sort of try and keep that bullish structure here. We would have also lost this channel that we are currently sitting in here. So we don't really want to see that. If we're looking for a trending move to the upside, we want to see this continue to hold this support and then carry on moving to the upside. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope you found it useful and informative. If you did, please smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. In the description, there is loads to check out down there. We have CryptComs, we have the Discord, which is free to join. There is also affiliate links for BYBIT and PrimeXBT down there. Check them out. Great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. If you don't have an account, using the affiliate link does help support the channel. We do appreciate it. Everyone, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.